That is Olaf and Chloe. We're going for a walk. So what is a sales funnel and why do you need one? So I'm sure that you've been told, oh, you need a sales funnel and I can make one for you. And it's X number of hundred or thousands of dollars. And you have a website, you have social media, you put content on your social media on occasion, and you have a blog that you post to maybe even on a regular basis on your website. So why do you need a funnel? Well, so I'm going to talk about three things. One, I'm going to talk about the actual concept of a funnel versus the construct of a website funnel, a funnel on the internet. And then I'm going to talk about how you build a funnel on the internet. And then I'm going to talk about how that fits in the customer journey. So in reverse order, the short version is the customer journey is random. The customer journey is not the journey we want them to go on. It's their actual life experience. And what we're trying to do with a sales process or a sales funnel, or in the framework of a 9-point marketing plan, the lead capture, lead nurture, and sales processes, is we're trying to get 8 to 12 touches over the course of this person's experience that will lead them to a buying decision, either yes or no. Give them enough data that they can feel comfortable making the decision. What a sales funnel, part two, what a sales funnel on the internet is a particular kind of landing page that has at most 3, but probably only 2 options for the visitor when they get to the page. They can either leave, they can take the action that we want them to take, or possibly we can offer them an option for a transitional call to action. In the case, so it's a special kind of landing page, and typically in a funnel builder, that landing page is linked sequentially to a series of other landing pages. So if they take the action we want, or they take the alternate action that we allow, it takes them to a specific page that gives them another option directly related to the option they just selected. But they only get one option at a time, or at the most 2, and they can always opt out. Leaving is always an option, because we don't force anybody to do anything. So conceptually, what is a funnel? Item 1. Conceptually, a funnel is the series of opportunities you present to someone to give them an option to purchase your thing. And we talk about top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Top of funnel is they may know that they have the problem, or they may not even know they have the problem. And it's about educating that the problem exists, this person has the problem, and allow them to self-select that say, yeah, I need to learn more about this particular problem. Middle of funnel is presenting yourself as a solution to the problem. So at the top of the funnel, you're talking about what the problem is and how someone might solve the problem. In the middle of the funnel, you're saying, I can help you solve that problem. At the bottom of the funnel are opportunities for the person. Puppies are chasing somebody. Somebody's down in the weeds. Okay. At the bottom of the funnel is the landing page that we're talked about, that we call a funnel, which is how someone actually makes a purchase decision to buy your product to solve the problem that is in question. So So conceptual, so in further detail, whether we use a AIDA format, attention, interest, decision, action, or whether we use some other framework to think about what the person how we are engaging with that person. What we're trying to do is help them move through the stages of problem unaware to problem aware to solution unaware to solution aware to specifically so from that we're giving that person opportunity to move from problem unaware to problem aware, solution unaware to solution aware, but not knowing which solution to provide or to pick, to the fifth stage is specific solution. I can provide that solution, and this is the process that we go through to implement that solution or to apply that solution. The buying decision and the customer experience process, the onboarding process. So that's what we're trying to do when someone says, I build funnels. Typically, they're doing the website build. They're not helping you design what your sales funnel should be. So they will typically say, I produce high quality, high converting, beautiful funnels. Well, the issue is they're producing the landing page, but that isn't the totality of the funnel. If you don't already know what it takes to convert prospects to your purchase, you might end up with a really nice landing page that still doesn't convert for your specific audience because it's copied or modeled off of somebody else's landing page for somebody else's product, and it's an amazing thing, but it doesn't work for you and your audience. Okay, so how do you find a landing page, a funnel builder? So partially, the advantage of do it yourself is you're not trusting someone else who doesn't on a day-to-day basis, weekly, talk to your customers. You don't have to trust someone who doesn't provide your service and only understands your service at a conceptual level. Or maybe they're your customer and they bought from you one time, but they still don't have the experience that your normal customer has. But what should they produce? Or if you DIY, what would you produce? Typically, when we say we're building a funnel, we typically start on step 2. Step 1 is whatever you're doing to attract attention to the landing page in the first place. All the places that you're plastering the link to that landing page. But when we talk about building a funnel, typically we start at the landing page, which really is step 2. And that landing page typically has some kind of confirmation that you're in the right place and an education in case they aren't all the way through the solution aware. So confirmation that they are in the right place. This is the person that can solve the problem, and an overview of the solution, and an option to either immediately buy it or to opt in to further learn more information. If they immediately buy it, the next page is a thank you page, and then the rest of the funnel is actually the emails or links to text message to landing pages that allow them to get the service. So maybe if it's a if it's a banking service, maybe it's it's the calendar page where they schedule their first introduction of their dogs to the community of dogs. So the funnel typically is a landing page with an opt-in and a purchase form. If they say, I need more information, there's an alternate page where they can gain more depth of information. There's a way to pay, and there's also a get more pay, and then there's a separate page for get more, possibly a separate page for an upsell or a downsell if someone says no, but then you can send them to another page and say, well, how about this alternate service instead? But then the funnel, if we're really talking about the totality of what might be built, we're also talking about the email welcome sequence, the onboarding process. What is the customer experience from the time they actually pay until they start receiving the service? And that, I would submit, is all included in the funnel, and a well done funnel actually goes all the way to the reputation reviews step of the marketing plan, and so it leads directly to the request for a review. All built in the same sequence. It's just we don't talk about it as part of the sales funnel. We talk about it as the follow-up. All right, and then so that's the mechanics of what will be included in the sales funnel. Whether you hire someone to build it or whether you build it yourself, these are the things that you're having to build or make sure that someone else has built. And if they say, I'm a funnel builder, but in reality, all they build is a opt-in page, a thank you page, and a form, then you're going to be sorely disappointed when it doesn't actually do the things you need it to do. So that's the mechanics of what is a funnel that you would build or have built for you. And then circling back to point number 3, the customer journey. What all of this is talking about is steps 5, 6, 7, and 8 of 5, 6, 7, 8, and possibly 9 of a 9-step marketing plan. Step 1 is the audience. So it's knowing who you're targeting this page to, how you want to message on this page to get the right attention from the right people and get people who aren't the right audience to opt out. Step 2 is the message. So what are we writing on the page? What are we writing in the places where we're pasting the link that will get people to choose to click on that link? Step 3 is the channels. So where are the places that we're posting that link that will get the attention from the right audience? Step 4 is the lead capture. This is where the mechanics of the funnel actually start. The lead capture is that form that's on that landing page that we call a funnel page, where the person provides their contact information and allows you to continue to market to them. They opt into your marketing system saying, I want more information about what you do. This is step 4 of the 9-point marketing plan. This is where the funnel technically starts. Step 5 is lead nurture. So in the case of a sales funnel as a landing page, the nurture might be all of 1 or 2 pages. It might be a 2 or 3 minute video sales letter. And the person lands on the page. They know from the social media length what they're going for. They already want to buy it. They click on the landing page. There's little to no nurturing, just long enough to confirm that they're in the right place, and they make the purchase decision. That's awesome. Or the alternate transitional call to action might be opt into our long-term email sequence. We'll send you some more information over time. The sales is step 6 of a 9-point marketing plan. That's that form on that page that allows them to buy the product. Step 7 is the customer experience. So once they have decided to buy the product, or if they stay in the step 5 nurture, what does that series of engagements feel like, look like to them, as far as deciding that they're still in the right place and they want to continue to hear from you? So that is the the step 7 of the 9-point marketing plan is the customer experience. In the case of the sales funnel, it's what is the next thing that happens after they submit that purchase form. If the next thing that happens is they go to a blank screen on the internet on their phone and they don't know what's going to happen next, that's going to be a bad customer experience. If instead you take them to a follow-up landing page that has more reinforcing confirmation, a series of testimonials about how great this product is, something like that, that confirms that they've just made a great decision, that reinforces their buying decision and helps reduce buyer's remorse. So what happens next is very important in the sales process. And then the sales funnel could possibly also be part of your lifetime value of a customer concept, in that the concept of upsells and downsells are often included in a sales funnel, which allows you to either opt into a subscription of some kind of ongoing subscription product, or possibly a supplement or add-on product that complements the thing that they already purchased. This is the lifetime value of the customer. And then I said the funnel could in fact include part of your reputation management, the request for the reviews as a follow-up. So when someone says to you, this is in conclusion, when somebody says to you, I sell you sales funnels, you need to understand whether you're even in the market for what they're selling. Because if all they're selling you is a landing page and possibly a email confirmation sequence, and you don't know how that maps to your actual customer journey, that you might be buying from them something that is going to look fabulous but isn't going to actually help you in any reasonable way. I'm Keith Beshears. I'm the Bald Guy. I help small businesses with marketing theory, tactics, techniques, training, and technology. And this is training about the theory of the technology of a landing page or sales funnel.